Hi, lovely souls. I'm back for March's intuitive messages. And I debated an opportunity to show my face in person, so to speak. Let me know if you'd like to see me in these videos or if you are good with just the audio. So we're coming off of the full moon in Virgo at the end of this month, and there is still a spotlight on our life's work and career, what we do and cultivate in our professional lives. And this month it's feeling stronger and stronger because, as I've personally felt, and many of you can probably also relate, the past few years have been a major transformation, and also with it a major transition. So we have a T squared, a transformation and a transition, with a focus to steer our work and really our life in the direction of our pure joy, the things that light us up and things that we find more meaningful. People are leaving jobs and following their hearts more than ever. There is a mindful way to set into motion the pieces and planting the seeds for what's next. But as we know, it's hard. Patience, we really all deserve a medal at this point. I feel like it's one of the most challenging parts about being a human. Waiting, wondering, and with that delay comes worrying also, and it's not necessary to. Because guys, what's divinely ours in work, love, and life, it will never pass us by. You are on your divine path. So this month, in preparation for today's video, I literally listened to Ganesha and obstacle removing chanting for a long time with my eyes closed, and I sort of typed out the intuitive hits as they came, and again, as it always is, it was very clear and it was strong, and it was wow. It was quite literally required me to take many long deep breaths. So brace yourself. This month of March, it feels like not only is the weather heating up literally with a little bit of warmth and sunshine, so is your life. Plans, job offers, work projects for consultants, dates, adventures, outings. It feels like for the first time in a really, really long time, people are waking back up to life after the pandemic and putting themselves back out there to share energy more with others than they have in the past. And not at the expense of not wanting to. I just think people have been a little stymied by the energy, and because of what we all experienced, we are evolving the muscle again to re-enter the activities that we used to do and love, and the people that we used to surround ourselves with. It's like a little sunshine literally covering our collective energy, and the flower within each of us is starting to open up and bloom right from where you are today. It won't require some huge replant or potting with new soil or shifting into a new direction. This month, it's about really digging in the fields that you're sitting in, watering and weeding and tilling, tending to your inner and outer garden exactly from where you are right now. And it's rejuvenating and so restorative. So let's dive into the messages. The first one that came through, I really felt so happy about. I get the sense that you're going to feel like you're getting into a bit of a groove for the first time in a long while. Accepting what is and being present to where you are right now. Not so focused on what lies ahead necessarily, or even how quickly you may get to your next goal. Just being. As beautiful and the words that I love, Wayne Dyer says, just be. Be here, literally. This is it. This is life. Savor it. When you walk outside, listen to the birds and feel the sun on your face. Give your full attention to your family and listen to everyone at the dinner table. Really soak in these moments. It sounds cheesy, but remember, it's really true. This is not a dress rehearsal, guys. This is it. I've been reminded of this so much lately, that life is fleeting. And in the transitional times, which as often we are in as self-development students of life, it is often required that we dig so much deeper to ensure that we are in alignment still with our future self, no matter what obstacles feel like they're in the way. This is your time. This is your time to be present and show up and to start to step into who you are, even when things are scary and uncertain and the economy is still a little bit dicey. I know there's a lot of people looking for their work in the world to put a stamp on it. And there may feel like there are a lot of obstacles, guys, but there really isn't if we stay present. Stay poised, and remember, this day, whenever you're listening to this, you can make a choice to do something that will make you feel great, to align with your future self. It is so pivotal to be really relishing in our days. And if we were so focused and so obsessed with results and outcome and the American way of progress and all of these really concrete tactical things so that you can update your LinkedIn profile or celebrate a promotion, and there's nothing wrong with these things, but I just mean those are really great, but we have to really honor ourselves in the process of getting there. We don't just get the promotion, or we don't just stumble into the love relationship. We work on it. We are methodical and disciplined and aware and conscious of how we are gardening the weeds of our own mind. And each step, each day, every choice and every thought that we make continues to steer your ship towards your North Star. What is your North Star? Stay in the game today. Make yourself remember that this is it. This is our life. If you get stuck, it's okay. We all do. Just keep going. Okay, the second message that came through was really about the audible sound of our voice. It is very big this month. Like what you are hearing right now, speak slowly and intentionally this month. Be honest, speak from the heart, and also put yourself in others' shoes if you have to deliver some not so great news, or if you're giving the sales update to the team and everybody fell a little short. Try to repurpose the framework of we are in the path of greatness to becoming the next level sales organization or the next level person, instead of a lower vibration frequency of, oh, we just didn't make the cut. And I think as you all know, and we know, the more kind and compassionate we can be in general and speaking our truth out into the world with every single word that we speak to both ourselves and to anybody that we encounter, it's all a vibrational frequency that is part of the program. It is part of our future. So now is really a time to slow down and be thoughtful about the actual words that are coming out of your mouth, that you speak, that you hear from others, and of course, most importantly, that you speak to yourself. I would recommend, if you are feeling that your throat chakra is blocked or you're having a hard time articulating your thoughts or how to handle a specific conversation, and conversation is this first direct line of sight into, besides our eyes and our soul, it's really into the hearts and minds of the people and the world that we communicate with. It's about communicating and keeping your frequency high. I also recommend singing or chanting, which is a helpful way to move energy. If you have ever practiced or are interested, sound healing is a wonderful tool. This also opens up our senses, and I think as we become more aware and more peaceful and balanced, the audible sound of our voice is much more poised, and we are able to communicate more effectively. So keep in mind this month, you may receive communication, and I have a really good feeling about it, a long-awaited communication. It could be regarding some kind of job or legal contract that you've been waiting for resolution or a solution. It also could be someone that you've lost touch with that may have been thinking of you. And I think there's that stream woven through of being careful in our word choice, especially, for example, if someone from your past, a romantic partner, might come out of the blue. And just know that we're all in our process of evolving, and our voice is a huge part of how we craft our story and our narrative. I think I'm excited for the news that you all will be receiving. And also on a core human level, feeling heard and also holding space. I know I talked last month about the art of listening. This is in tandem with that. It's really pivotal to how we respect others and how we hold space for ourselves and those in our lives. Okay, moving on to number 3. Your time is precious. Be selective. This idea of not so much we're running out of time or there's a limited time clock ticking. It's more that there's an overall feeling of optimization of all resources. And it's sort of you being able to look into your own space and energy field, your friend group, everything around you, and taking inventory of how much energy are you expending into those buckets. You get to choose who you share and receive energy from. I'm going to repeat that again. You get to choose who you share and also receive energy from. So choose wisely. You really do get to be in the driver's seat. And don't shoot the messenger, but you may need to cut some things out. There may be a really nagging coworker or someone that you always bump into at the gym or even at the grocery store that you seem to always see. We don't need to be an emotional sponge for anybody. And I think if you keep your energy really pure and clean, and you also work again on boundaries, which I know we talk about a lot on this channel, keep your boundaries very clear. Not that they're walls that are so high that no one can get over them. That's not at all what this is. This is allowing your time that you have, the 24 precious hours in a day, to be really, really pristine. So for example, one thing I'm working on personally right now is health. And I know that's probably not a surprise, but in those buckets are literally sleep. So I'm trying to wind down sooner each day. And of course, it's not always going to be the same every day, but I'm really mindful that I'd like to ensure I'm getting enough sleep and hydration, getting enough water, because the more I'm able to be incongruent with my body, I'm able to then spend more energy elsewhere. And so I think sometimes health is wealth. You may also need to cut things out. I'm getting something around spicy foods or gluten. Sugar. Sugar will weigh you down a bit, so try to avoid it if you can. I mean, of course, processed sugar. And try to incorporate also the season's fresh fruits and veggies. Things that are in season right now are squash and Brussels sprouts, sort of those fall cozy apples, jalapeno peppers, mushrooms, pumpkin, sweet potatoes, things that sort of are very nourishing to our bodies and also to the time period that we're in. So again, number 3, your time is precious, be selective, and remember that optimizing your own resource of you is not only a nice to have, but it's really needed and it's important. Okay, number 4, one of my favorite topics, I'm kind of joking, finances. Okay, here we are. Savvy ways to enjoy time and to trim down on expenses. Keep being smart. I know that, we have been in a time where things are a little bit more expensive with inflation, and people are not necessarily seeing as much of increases in pay at this time, but that's not to say it's not coming or that it's available, because even in dark times, there's always light to be had, right? So the collective energy is sort of to hold on tightly at times, but try to loosen your grip around money and finances. I know it's hard, but allow yourself to bathe in the unknown of goodness. Like, think of this period of time as like, well, what's coming to adorn my bank account next? And do some visualization of beautiful streams of golden metallic light to represent good fortune. Visualizing is really key. And think of the projects and the offers and the things that will be on the way. There is a tremendous amount of opportunity that is free, and we can totally take advantage. I know that when we think of money and finances, and there's a sense of contracting because we're trying to remain on a budget, or because we're really focused on a goal, or perhaps we're saving for our child's tuition for college. Everybody's recipe is different, but there is so much goodness in the world, you guys, that we can take advantage that is totally free, like taking a walk in nature, going to the beach, wherever you live, even if it's cold in the snow. Maybe today's the day to go sledding in your backyard with a piece of cardboard. No, I'm just kidding. But, get creative, laughing with a friend on the phone, or just going to the library. To take out a book or read up on a new recipe. Maybe your hobbies like gardening, going out into nature. I think doing the things that make us feel good and balance that stress of potential financial worries really kind of helps ground us into the present moment, which we all deserve and need. So even sitting outside or taking a hike, just really relishing in the simple things around you, is honestly one of the biggest riches in life, and it doesn't cost $1. So hang in there if you are trying to cultivate more income streams. I also feel that this is a really good time to be doing it. And again, there's a really positive energy with March. I just keep feeling a sense of sunlight, a sense of growth, a real sense of potential. And I would say also, if there's things that are working for you in terms of your finances and career, or just money in general, like maybe investments, I would double down or do what you can to capitalize on the things that are working, because it's very individualized. And at times we doubt ourselves, but you intuitively know, I think, deep down. Okay, we're getting there. 2 more messages. Number 5, kind of got a very clear picture of the slogan at the airport that says, if you see something, say something. Be a little bit by the book this month. Like, wave a flag if you feel like something intuitively isn't sitting right in work or life. If you witness something, especially at work, if there's an unethical scenario happening, as much as we want to give others the benefit of the doubt, and we do, we have a real need as humans to also help protect one another. If something is off and you intuitively are feeling that, feel free to, gently address the issue instead of ignoring it. And I think, obviously, I don't know off the top of my head what exactly might come up for you, but I think, as we spoke about earlier, using our voice in a kind, compassionate way, I think there's times where we sort of have to step up. We have a personal intuition feeling, and I think that this is probably another part of this message, is that I'm picking up for a lot of you that you are picking up on vibes with loved ones or someone you're dating or a colleague, where you're cluing into their energy much more than you ever have. And it's kind of scary when you have these superpowers or like real clarity is coming to you. You may begin to freak out a little bit, but don't, just go with it. It's what happens when we open up our consciousness. Just allow your intuition to guide you, and especially when it comes to contracts and anything with fine print or, again, gentle, delicate conversations, it probably would behoove you to sit with it and sort of get a vibe with how you feel it resonates. Okay, last message. We made it. The 6th and final message is, there is a very fend for yourself energy in the world right now, to make your own way. And I think there's something so positive about this, to follow your own light. And like, if you want to start a little side hustle or follow a new way against the grain to obtain a skill that you're looking for, just do it. The world at hand in this collective right now is asking us to go about things in a more self-sufficient way, gaining more skills and knowledge, taking a road less traveled that feels aligned, but also, and this is big, we need the support and collaboration with others now more than ever. So how do the two coexist? It does. We can take the steps required to, obtain the new skill set, or to try to start your YouTube channel or your Patreon account or your Insight Timer or whatever it is for you. And then maybe within the co-creation process of collaboration, you might host somebody else on your channel or ask somebody else about their channel. I think we sort of have to walk along the steps without knowing what's next. And I know that's not really new news because we already do that, but in specifically a way to break out and do something that might be like the thing that's really driving you in life, we have to do it, and we have to do it really bravely and courageously. Like, for example, I want to create meditation retreats and wellness, like wonderment, for close-knit small groups of entrepreneurs. And I want to co-chair it with another healer and share gifts and invite many others to join for the greater good of community. But initially, I may have to just put it out there, the first one, and do more of the research on housing or pricing or weather or activities and all those things, and start to align myself with what that framework could look like. Because if I tried to research until I'm blue in the face and wait a year to somehow magically have the universe drop a business partner on my front doorstep, it's not really that likely. And I'm not saying that can't happen, but I think the point is just that, like, we do have to fend for ourselves right now, but it's like a good energy of, like, to the very first point of time being precious and life being fleeting, what is it that you want to put your energy towards in the world? I'm speaking from my true, pure life experience as a creative director and as a yoga teacher and as a healer and a coach, and we all have our own perspective. So what is yours, and how can you make your own way and really like ignite your own light so that you're not waiting around for too many things outside of yourself? That's kind of what this energy is. I know this was a long one, guys. I just see such goodness and light and this beautiful halo of like metallic and gifts and sunlight and the shining positivity that we've all been looking for. I'm not going to say it's like full 80-degree sunshine. I think it's like 70 with a little chance of cloud, but man, that 70 in the actual direct sun feels like $1,000,000. And you are so close. We're all so close. We're just one step from the next step. And all we have to do is take that step today. So I hope that this resonated with you. Please feel free to drop a comment beneath and share. I'm so grateful to be here with you all. I would love your feedback and thoughts, and I will be back soon with another video. Take care.